Hey, good morning. Here at WFMJ today, we love to seek out unique businesses and new ways to keep fit as we enter 2013. And I have found a cool one here. It's EOS Whole Fitness and Belly Dancing, and Jennifer Neal is joining me this morning graciously. Thank you so much for waking up with us.
Thank you for coming.
And I'm new to belly dancing, so I know nothing about it. I know that you have a group behind you, some of your students that normally do this, and a couple people who are just starting belly dancing. Yes, right. What inspired you to start this business?
Well, I, like a lot of girls, started dancing when I was young. And by the time I was about 13, 14 years old, I was developing, as most of us do. And it became apparent that I was not going to be that lithe, 5'8", 110 ballet dancer. And I kind of lost interest at that point. And then later on, I was dancing with a group for a benefit here in town. And someone brought an old VHS tape in of some belly dancers for a warm-up. And not everybody really loved it, but a couple of us did. And I got really hooked. I researched it and fell in love, found some mentors, and started studying. And I had to share it. I kind of made it my life. So that's how I'm here doing this still.
And you started this a couple of years ago, right?
I actually started in this building a couple of years ago, but I started about 7 years ago teaching. Yeah, I was over on Belmont for a little while, and then had my baby and was dancing through that, which is really cool. You can dance right through your pregnancy. It's very healthy for you. It's actually good for fertility. So yeah, and then I was here 2 years ago, right after the baby was born.
So many things in terms of health benefits, physically and spiritually and mentally, and we'll talk about that next segment. But what's the history? How old is belly dancing? Where does it come from? Why do people do it?
I'm not a dance ethnologist, and you can actually become a dance ethnologist, but it's ancient. We know that there was some of this in Egypt. We know that there was this in India, North Africa, that it traveled the Romani Trail. And picked up styles along the way. And only in the West do we call it belly dance. I kind of want to say that because American men, when they were visiting Turkey and Egypt in the early 1900s, were seeing the bare belly once this dance was put on stage. But this dance actually comes from community dances that men, women, and children do. And women would dance together in groups all the time, which it kind of brings to light one of the health benefits. As a culture, we used to always hang out with other women. Women hung out with women, men hung out with men, doing their tours and their things. So when we, now in this day and age, we don't have that time. So this kind of brings that back where you can hang out with other supportive women. Right. And that health benefit is great. Like the emotional and mental support system is pretty cool.
And that's what we're going to talk about in a little bit. And we're going to see some belly dancing, right, today?
Yes. Okay. Yes, we will dance.
Wonderful. So Jen's going to stick around, and these guys will be finished stretching, and we'll get into some of the moves in a little bit. Until then, we'll send it back to Lauren.